What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and good day to you all. Today's video is going to be on the recent announcement of the R Stretch deck for the Fire Kings. Yes, Onslaught of the Fire Kings is getting a revised version, and there's a lot to talk about. Basically, like, if you look at it, this is the year of the fire. Like, you have the fire starter, you got the fire duelist pack, duelist of the explosive soul. You have the TCG version coming out literally with a month. Duelist pack, duelist of the soul burning volcano. You have all of this massive fire stuff coming out in the starter deck. I believe there's stuff in the next two sets that's going to be supporting fire. Fire is just everywhere. Not to mention Jack Atlas structure deck is coming out very short. Even that has fire monsters. Because, remember, most of Jack's supporting monsters are fire. Actually. Some of the Resignators are fire. Some of the Archfiends that he uses are fire. Some of his upgrades into his new ace monster, which is an upgraded version of Red Dragon Archfiend, are fire. So, yeah, fire is just everywhere. Battling Boxer, um, Salamangreat, you have Volcanics, all of these archetypes under the name of fire, getting all this magic fire. And of course, I think Konami said, "Well, let's just keep banking on the fire." And bam, here we go. Garunix, you're up next for a revive structure. For those who don't know, that's basically what the art structure decks are. They're revisions of the older structure decks to give support to those archetypes from days of past. We've seen this with Dark World, we saw this with Agents, we saw this with Trinity, we've seen this with Monarch, and just all of these various old structure decks getting these revisions. And here they come once. Sorry, I need some water. Now, before we go any further, I just want to that, yeah, sorry to tell you this, there is a high possibility that TCG may not get this. Because we were scrapped out of 2 out of the 3 4 R structured X deck here. If I'm not mistaken. We did get Machina, we did get Dark World, we didn't get um Agent, and we didn't get Agents and Dragonity cards were put into the R not put in the R structure deck. They're actually put into the Ghost from Past second hunt. So you have to go get the cards there. Luckily, they were all ultras and secrets, so you weren't missing out on too much. But even then, I believe some of the cards were not all put into there either. You had to wait till literally almost to finish your Gunity stuff because the cards were put into side set for hidden art. Yeah, that was fun. But we're here for the Grunix and friends. We're here for Fire King. I'm sure there are definitely going to be reprints to help support, and definitely a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to fire. So, well, I'm go ahead. So, with Onslaught of the Fire Kings Revised, we have first off the newest Fire King. Fire King Deity Garunix Eternity, known in the OCG Fire King God Garunix Eternity. Rank 8, Pyro. Fire attribute exceed monster. Fire attribute Pyro type exceed monster. 3k attack, 2000 defense. Requires 2 or more level 8 monsters. You only use each of this card's effects once per turn. The first effect is that if this card is exceeds 7, destroy all other monsters on the field. You can detach more material from this card to target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy that target. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack. If this card with material is destroyed, you can summon one Fire King monster from your graveyard up to the material. Big boy for Garunix's biggest upgrade. Next up is it's the main deck upgrade for Garunix. Yeah, Sacred Fire King Garunix, known as he is Holy Flame King Garunix. Level 8 Fire Attribute Fire Attribute Winged Beast type monster is 2700 attack, 1700 You only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. Uh, if your opponent No, if your monster whose original attribute is fire is destroyed by battle or card effect, you special summon monsters. Special summon a monster from your. Summon this card from your. Even if they're, even if the monster was on, even if the monster was destroyed, and from your from your hand, even if not. I don't know why these are verified. Look, if it's in your graveyard or in your hand, you just summon this card if a monster's original attribute was fire and destroy by battle or card effect. There you go. Second effect is that when this card is no more special summon, you can destroy one fire beast, beast warrior, or winged beast monster in your hand, deck, or face up on your field, except for Sacred Fire King Garunix. If you do, this card gains attack equal to half of the attack of this monster until the end of the turn. Next up is Fire King High Avatar Kirin, known in the OCG as Fire King God Beast Kirin. Level 8 Fire Attribute Beast type monster with 2400 attack, 200 defense. You can only use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you destroy one of the fire monsters in your hand or face it on your field, and if you use this card. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Fire King monster from your hand or graveyard, except for Fire King High Avatar Karen. And then you can destroy one card on. Just before we go any further, these two monsters are the advanced versions of Fire King Avatar Garunix and Fire Avatar Karen. Next up is Sanctuary of the Fire Kings, known as Sanctuary of the Flame King. This is a continuous spell, and you can activate each of the following effects. When this card resolves, you can place one Fire King Island from your deck face up in your field spell zone. Once per turn, if a card in your field spell zone would be destroyed by card effect, you can destroy one fire monster in your hand or face up in your field instead. Once per turn, if your fire monster, uh, yeah, if your opponent summons a monster or monsters, the immediately active effect resolves exceed summon one fire exceed monster, only using Fire King monsters you control as material. So basically, this is a way to not only put your Fire King Island onto the field as soon as possible, but also make it or by artifacts by destroying your own monsters in place of it. And then on top of that, being able to exceed summon for a fire exceed monster using only your Fire King monsters, which that's not going to be hard. Because exceed summoning for a fire exceed monster is a plethora of the name. With that said and done, here are all the reprints. We got Fire King Avatar Grunix, Fire King Avatar Barong, Fire King Avatar Yaksha, Fire King Avatar Karen, Bonfire Colossus, Sacred Phoenix of Nephis, Onslaught of the Fire King, Circle of the Fire Kings, Dark Hole, Flame Veil Counter, Spiritual Fire Arc Kurenai, Torrential Tribute, Fire King High Avatar Garunix, Fire King Avatar Avata, Fire King Island. So all of this is going to be in the structure deck together with the numerous support cards. My whole look at it as a whole is hell yeah, this is going to be. First off, you have a boss monster. Extra deck, you have a new version of boss monster in the extra deck. I mean, the main deck in the extra. You have two variations of Groot that can literally just go for the jacket. One is Dark Hole with a bit of MST to itself. You even have the variation of it that's going to be a searcher. No, not even a searcher, a destroyer in the deck. So you can destroy your Fire Kings in the deck and then have them go to the graveyard and then be able to trigger their abilities while also being able to have a monster in your field to gain ability. Then having all of these different setups to summon all of these high level monsters to the board. Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, you have Fire King Avatar Garou, you're gonna have Kirin, you're gonna have all these big fire monsters on the to just become one big fire monster. monster that's gonna just wipe out the monsters on the field. You're gonna have all this spell and trap support to support them, whether it's negating cards that would negate them, destroying cards so you can for your own cards to destroy other cards on the field, search out for cards. This is just, the revision that Fire Kings needed because there was so lack of being able to destroy your own cards that here it is, you're going to be having the ability to do not only that, but you now have Sanctuary of the Fire King. Sanctuary of the Fire King reminds me of Sanctuary of not Sanctuary of the Sky, but the Sanctity of Parshath, the continuous spell, the one that treats itself like Fire King, the one that treats itself like Sanctuary of the Sky. This is basically Fire King's version of it. This would be a really good addition to. This is gonna be a really good addition to them because it's a way to protect their field spell while also destroying your own cards. And in addition, in to the giving the protection because now protection cost, but the cost is going to be a benefit because all your monsters in your hand or in your field have abilities that are going to destroy other cards to or themselves to where things will happen to get rid of other cards or to search out or to do other things that you do that you don't really have much access to. This is going to be really good. I do believe that we're going to see some more cards added. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like Flameville Guard, Flameville Baby being added to it, Flameville Dog, Rekindling, because why not? This fire support, I'm shocked Rekindling isn't being added. Rekindling itself kind of has its own appeal as fire to. The thing about fire is fire can also be its own fire. And the reason why Rekindling was limited for so long is because fire has so much access to so many good monster plays. You have a level 8, 2400 premium on. And this monster has no restrictions to its touch attack. So that's even crazier. And I'm shocked, but I wouldn't be surprised. Rekindling will probably be next in the lineup to be added to this as well as some more fire and flame, some more fires. Well, to make this a more cohesive. Because if I'm not mistaken, in the original Fire King structure that uh, Flameville Dog was in there. Flameville Dog, Flameville Counter, Flameville Guard were in there to support it. I don't think any volcanic stuff will be in there, but I'm sure we'll find some variations. I'd love to pop in some volcanic support there. Volcanic. They're not, well, they're pyro, but they're fire, stuff like that. But, just the fire support was because you got Bonfire getting ready to come out. You got this. I believe there is a new Exceed monster that's going to be coming with this. She's going to be revised version of Fire Vixen, of Pyro Vixen, the level 4, rank 4 Pyro monster. Yeah, this is ridiculously. Here are the flames. Konami's gonna be. Konami is feet fire players. And yeah, this is a great start for fire, and I can't wait to see what other stuff comes in. I'm not bitter that mine is still not getting one. Hey, so with that said and done, what do you guys think about the new announcements for these fire monsters? Guys excited for and what stuff do you see in the possible for the fire king? Their revive. So leave all of that in the comment section below. Sorry, the concept. But yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about Structure Deck Revives Onslaught of the Fire King. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as it helps me out. Hit the notification bell so you guys can be informed of when I upload more content to the channel. Social media links are in the description box below, and you guys can definitely catch me live on twitch.tv/RPPlayerChannel. With that said and done, thanks everyone for watching. HPJ signing out. Take care.